So, giving up football altogether now then?
You've been pulling the stuffing out of your nan's couch again?
Aye, not funny.
You won't be saying that when you cover up his passenger.
Like, that's your opinion. You've got to. You're the editor of the radio station. It's a legitimate issue.
It's not that bad.
Oh, you just want to dance around in a frilly frock. Well, no one else wants to do, my fair lady.
Where are you going?
Nowhere.
What's the bag for?
Thought I'd take a picture of myself, send it to Jean.
You got a computer in there then?
No, clothes and makeup. Get ready at lunch. I don't have a digital camera.
Well, you should have come to mine last night. My mum could have lent us his.
Hey, either of you seen Annie?
No, what's happened?
Oh, she just left the house this morning without breakfast or anything.
Maybe she went to get food.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, but what would you know? Because, no offence, but everything that needs doing at yours gets dumped to Nanny.
It doesn't.
No?
No. Look, when you see her, tell her I'm looking for her, yeah?
Before we go, just time to let you know that we'll be starting off the mouth and off slot again this afternoon. But you have to keep it PC. That'll be curtains for me, you get me? This is Taylor Mitchell. Telling you to have a nice day. Not to work too hard.
Miss, can we see you for a second, please?
Can it wait?
You can't do my fair lady. No way.
Why not?
Because it's just not what we want to do.
Look, I know you're into it, miss, but my mum reckons it's too old-fashioned, even for her.
There must be some sort of mistake, miss. No one we've talked to actually wants to be involved.
When's the next meeting?
Break time?
Okay, well, we'll see how many people turn up, and then we'll take it from there.
Passenger at 2 o'clock.
I'll get a room at
No, she's in there. Sorry, she can't see you.
Let's just hope Miss Adams not would go.
What about your shoes?
It's part of the plan to distract her from the hair.
Morning.
What you got there?
Oh, I'd say late on Saturday night. The manager gave me these.
Let's have a look. Hot buttered scones. Professors and commanders.
Okay, don't diss until you've heard them.
Have you heard them?
No. It's obvious you don't rate them.
Just 'cause I don't rate them, don't mean I don't rate you.
All right.
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Morning, gorgeous. What can I do for you?
I just thought I'd let you know that the bell for registration's gone.
Oh, that'll be that funny ringing thing in my ear. Come then, let's go.
Tanya Young.
Here, miss.
Tanya Young.
Too late to see you.
Stand up.
What?
You know very well what.
I know my rights. You can't humiliate me in front of my whole peer group.
How can you stand there and talk about your rights when you continue to flout the school rules? Those shoes.
I've got a wedding. I've got practice wearing them.
Not at school, you don't.
Well, it's at the weekend, so I've got no other time.
Tanya, that is not my problem.
Okay, I'll change in some school shoes.
Thank you. Now, I know those hair extensions can't be removed quite as easily, but could you at least do something less volumized?
Yes, miss.
I know you've got rights, but you've got responsibility as well.
Yeah, I know, miss. That's why I'm doing that bike-thon thing that Mr. Fox was going on about.
Is that so you can get in shape for Jean?
Shut up.
Yes, Steerer.
Well, I'm pleased to hear it, but that's a bike ride from A to B, not a bike-a-thon, which is a test of endurance.
Be both to me, miss.
Miss Wainwright, nice of you to join us. You okay?
Yeah, as long as no one has a go.
Baz is looking for you.
Is that a new hairstyle?
Tanya Young, if you don't tie your hair back before the bell goes, it'll be detentions for you, not extensions.
And Young. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I've been asked to remind you to take your seats at break in the hall for the first ever production meeting of My Fair Lady.
Take our seats where?
Who? For the meeting about the end of term musical.
But the hall already has seats. Why do we have to take our own?
Well, it's just an expression.
And where do you think you're going, Wainwright?
Something needs sorting.
It's your attitude that needs sorting. The bell for the end of registration hasn't gone yet.
I need to be excused, sir.
Well, go on, be quick about it. You haven't forgotten your swimming kit for this afternoon?
No, sir, it's a personal matter.
Right, off you go.
What are you doing this evening?
I'm not sure.
Do you fancy going to see that new Brad Pitt film? Or we could go to Beanie's.
It's just I might be seeing Taylor.
Come on, we ain't been out for ages. It'll be a laugh.
Look, if I'm not seeing Taylor, then I definitely will.
Oh, great. Second best.
I'll let you know, okay?
No, it's been a bit hot and cold lately, hasn't it? You don't think it might be a bit one-sided? You and Megan Mount.
No! Why are you always stirring things up between us? Have you got something you want to say?
It's not that I want to...
Go on.
He could be stringing you along.
Get lost.
Now then, who's going to come to the meeting?
Saddle.
I have to, I'm assistant producer.
The rest of you, please give it some thought.
Look, mate.
No, I forgot to take my own check. Babe, still on for tonight?
Are you?
Thought was going out.
Yeah?
Would I miss a night out with my girl?
Annie, can you hang on a moment, please? Last one out, close the door behind you. Problem?
I'm fine, miss.
Annie, is something bothering you?
Why does everyone have to poke their nose in my business? I'm sorry, miss. I've got to go.
Annie, wait!
What's happened?
Nothing, what do you want?
Annie, it's me.
I don't know.
Listen, what's the matter? What's wrong?
Not yet. I'll speak to you at break. I've got to go to a lesson. Do you think we should start the meeting so we can get the film changed?
Well, let's just wait a little longer, please.
It's nearly the end of break, sir. This turnout's rubbish.
Well, I certainly think those of you that are here should have the pick of the parts.
Are you going to be in it, miss?
Oh, wouldn't it be lovely?
It's a student production.
But there aren't enough students to be in it.
I think it'd be totally inappropriate for me to be in it. I'm the producer.
I can imagine it.
And me, I'm assistant producer.
What about you, Dawn?
Oh, no, I am.
Martin?
No, sir. I don't like wearing other people's clothes.
But there was so much enthusiasm for the film. It got most of the votes.
Did anybody in here vote for it? Put your hand up if you did.
Didn't you vote for it?
No,
So that settles it then. We can change it.
I'm afraid democracy just doesn't work like that. It might not have been my first choice, but we just can't give up on it like that.
But if we're the only people that turn up for the meeting, and the majority of us didn't vote for it...
And that's the point.
There's nothing we can do about that.
No. Who says we go back to Mrs. Bassinger and let her decide? Helped by running a campaign on the radio.
Wasn't it Bassinger's idea in the first place?
Mrs. Bassinger, Spencer? Mrs. Bassinger?
Hands up, we go to Bassinger.
From Mum. Addressed to me.
To both of us. She obviously can't be bothered to write one each.
What does it say?
That's the problem. Read it.
You're not going to be able to walk in those shoes.
Just have to stand in front of me till we get to the TLC. The quicker we take the picture, the better.
Well, if we get stopped, I'm not going to take the blame. I'm not getting attention because of you.
Well, stop drawing attention to me by talking and just move.
Okay. So she's pregnant. Is that so terrible?
What? Perhaps I should learn to knit then.
What are all these about?
That's just junk mail. Oh, here's one you could use. A new credit card. Perhaps you could get the baby some clothes. Is that it? Is that all you can say?
What else am I meant to say, Annie? Junk mail's junk mail. Everyone gets it.
Not about that. About the baby. Why, Baz? Why?
Why what?
Just as I thought everything was okay. Dad was getting better. Well, you know. And now this.
Okay, look, I know she's let us down. But there's nothing we can do about it.
We should be writing to social services. They should take it off her. It should go into home. She's not capable to look after kids.
She never did anything bad to us.
She left us. She left us on our own. She left us with that mental dad.
Annie! She came back for us, remember? But we didn't want to go with her.
Because it was too late. Too late for us, but not for her. She just goes off and starts all over again.
It's not that bad. It doesn't have to be if we don't let it be.
That's right for you. Nothing upsets you. Not with Dad there to reward you every time you mess up.
What?
You didn't make the football academy, so Dad goes out and buys that console thing. What do I get? 0. The only time I ever get attention is when we run out of ketchup or loo-roll.
Well, I could help you turn at doing the shopping.
I'm not bothered about that.
We can share the PlayStation.
Oh, that's going to make my day.
Well, next time you go online to do the shopping, you buy yourself something. Dad'll never notice.
Like a nice bottle of shampoo is going to make up for a PS2. No.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
But none of us voted for My Fair Lady, and we were the only ones at the meeting.
And you suggested we should see what the mood of the meeting was like.
Yes, I did, didn't I? Well, what sort of film would you like?
Surely we're not going to give up on My Fair Lady without a fight.
But none of us want to do it, sir.
I thought you...
We must at least try, Spencer.
But you were at the meeting, sir.
Unless it was you that wanted us to do it all along.
Sometimes that is what life is all about. Making the best of things. And I'm sure we'll discover a lot as we went along.
But if...
And are we not forgetting the most important rule of entertainment?
Which is?
Give the audience what they want. We, the producers, the actors, etc., must pull together and give the people, the audience, who voted, what they want to see.
Okay, all done.
See, I told you it wouldn't take long. They'll stand in the corridor so we can sneak in girls' toilets.
Passenger.
Where?
Outside, what are we going to do?
Just stand by the door and don't let them in.
How am I going to keep them out? The bell's about to go.
You'll think of something.
I told you this was going to happen.
Just keep them out.
Sir, you can't expect pupils to give up their spare time to do something they don't want to.
So what should we do? Choose something else and then 2 weeks later decide we don't like that either?
Mr. Malachi's got a good point.
What?
Please.
My Fair Lady it is. Come on, everyone, let's make a big effort and make the most of it.
I can assure you we will, Mrs. Bassinger. Thank you.
Not at all. In fact, I've just remembered there's a wonderful scene in it where they're feeding some birds. But how are we going to get someone to fly with an umbrella?
No, miss. That's Mary Poppins.
Perhaps it's just as well. Don't know how we're going to get all those pigeons into the school hall without antagonising Mr. Scott.
She thought it couldn't get any worse. Will you still run the campaign on the radio?
What's the point? They're only just going to make us do our duty. Not me. If it's going to be My Fair Lady, I'm not going to have anything to do with it.
You can't come in.
But we've got a lesson in the end.
I've been told everyone has to stay out.
Behave.
There's a virus. All the computers have got a virus.
That doesn't mean we can't come
Yeah,
in.
but it's a really strong one and it's leaking microwaves. There's microwaves in the room.
What?
And you could be in danger of catching radiation sickness and...
Right, you can let me know, Emma.
Looks like you've already caught it. Does it give you black eyes this far as yet? I won't be staying near too long just in case I catch you.
You alright now?
I'll survive. Look, he's replied already. He said he loves my hair, so it was worth it.
Yeah, but look, he also says that he's worried that you're taller than him. Maybe the shoes weren't worth it.
Now, read on. He says he wants me to wear them when I meet up with him.
You've only seen a blurry school photo of him. How do you know that you fancy him?
Because it's more than that.
How could it be more? You haven't even met him.
Well, we email each other every day.
That makes me even more of a nerd.
When you grow up, you'll realise that feeling understood by someone counts more than looks.
Is that right, Tricia?
Get lost. Oh, I'm off. No, not you.
Where are you going?
I've got stuff to do.
What's going on?
What's that?
Give it back.
Appeal on behalf of the bikeathon. Have you got that far?
I'm going to read it on the radio this afternoon. Give it back.
Maybe you should rehearse it first, though.
Yeah, especially if you're a moronic blurter like you.
Okay. Tanya.
I don't want my face clean. I'm not taking my hair out. Not now that Jean likes them. Sick of these stupid rules.
Then later, it's a screaming notice board. So if you have something to shout about, I'm your man. See me, get in line to get your time. But we haven't had many suggestions so far, so I want something funky and feisty, but clean and sparky. Remember what the man says, no malarkey.
You're going to have to use lunchtime slot to get everyone on side about changing the musical. You think Bassinger will buy that? The radio station just had a reprieve. We can't afford to push things.
It'll be okay as long as we just put our point of view across and don't offend anyone.
Maybe if no one directly involved with the radio station did it.
Don't look at me.
Thought you wanted to direct.
Yeah, but not My Fair Lady.
But you've got such a lovely radio voice, hasn't it, Kat?
Oh, yeah. Why don't you have a little think about it?
All right, I'll see you at lunchtime.
What are you like?
He's got the hots for you. He'll do anything for you.
Please. Typical.
What?
You getting landed with doing the shopping?
At least this way I get to choose what I like.
How'd you pay for it all?
My dad's credit card.
By the time the bill comes through, he could have done the shopping himself.
He never checks the credit cards. Do you like that? I think I might treat myself. I mean, I deserve it.
Checking up on him, are you?
No, I just like watching him.
Must be serious.
He feels the same.
You sure about that?
You heard him yourself.
I don't think you might be saying it just for your benefit.
What is your problem?
If you can trust him, why are you always hanging around him? Now, why are you always free whenever he decides that he wants to go out?
Why make it your business?
Because you're my friend and I don't think you can see what he's like.
I know what he's like.
Yeah, a real flirt. So if you're happy having to keep an eye on him all the time, well, that's up to you. It's not my idea of a 10K relationship.
Back to your old tricks?
Sir?
Tableaus, statues, or whatever they were?
Oh, no, sir. Just thinking. Look, if it's about the mentoring, I've been busy, so...
You wanted to produce your own film, didn't you?
Yeah, but not My Fair Lady. That was somebody else's idea. We're just trying to figure out who it is.
But as director, you could influence the way it was interpreted.
How do you mean?
Well, your production could be just, say, based on My Fair Lady.
What, like a remake?
Exactly what I said earlier. We take what we have, and we make the best of it.
Hey, don't suppose you've seen my little sister, have you? I've just passed her. She's in a radio station. She seem okay? Yeah, she was laughing and joking with 2 sixth-form girls.
And what about you?
Being better, you.
You know?
Sorry about you not making the academy.
Likewise.
It wasn't about how we played.
And you reckon that's what it was with you?
It must have been.
You're as good as your mate.
I thought that and all, but...
What?
Obviously the scout didn't think so.
I don't think it was to do with that.
What do you think it was then?
You didn't exactly come across as a team player, did you?
You reckon?
Yeah.
Like you did, you mean?
I thought you were going on the radio to get the project changed.
It's still the same boring story.
Oh, don't you see? We only have to base it on My Fair Lady. It can have a completely contemporary twist.
That sounds more Malky speak to me.
Not at all.
Yeah, you've been conned.
Actually, I think it might work.
Thank you. Don't you see? This is the chance to make it into anything we like.
But that would mean completely rewriting the script.
Sure, that's the best bit. So who wants to do it? Come on, this is the chance we wanted to make our film.
Okay, then.
Problem?
No. So when do you want it by?
Early as possible. Next week by the latest.
Next week?
You don't have a busy social schedule, do you? Brilliant. Right. I'm off to the radio station to see if I can still get that slot. Try and get more people to join us. Oh, and, thanks.
What's that for?
To raise money for the outdoor speakers and stuff for the radio station.
All right. You won't be able to take part in a bike ride.
Says who?
Health and safety. If you get that haircut in the spokes and then carry on pedalling, that's it. Your head'll come off.
It's starting to sound like Miss Bassinger now.
And why do you suppose that is? Because on this occasion, Mr. Johnson happens to be right. What are you planning to do with that hair, Tanya?
Tie it back, maybe.
You know full well that isn't enough. Miss Adams has had to have a word with me again. This flouting of the rules has gone on ever since you started at this school.
But, Miss...
Those extensions have got to come out.
Why?
You know full well. I have had to talk to you about your hair more times than I've cared to count.
But I'm not doing any harm, I'm only...
It is neither a topic for discussion nor negotiation. If those extensions aren't tied back by the end of the day and removed at the weekend, there will be serious repercussions.
This is seriously out of order. All they ever do is have a go at me all day. It's harassment, that's what it is. Well, just listen to yourself. There's more things in life more important than stupid hair extensions. What is wrong with her?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not taking them out. I'm not.
You heard what Bassinger said?
Yeah, and you heard what Jean says. He likes them, so I can't take them out, can I? And he's right, there is more important things to worry about. We've got all this packaging polluting our planet. This is what this Bassinger should be worried about. And all this fussing about appearances needs to be challenged.
Sorry guys, there's only time left for one of you to go in there.
Well, it's got to be me. I'm the sixth form, all right?
No, hang on. The bike ride's much more important than some musical. It's raising money for the radio.
Rubbish. I reckon
I've got to say it's more important. And I'll mention the bike ride.
Can't you just let all of us have our say?
Listen, we've already nearly been closed down for going over the line, so whatever you do, make sure you toe the line.
I know what I'm going to say. You can have a look if you want. I've rehearsed it and everything. It won't take me long.
Yeah, so he has to rehearse it. He can barely speak aloud.
Don't listen to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
No, honestly, don't risk him. He'll completely mess up. I can say more in less time, and I've got a nice voice.
Don't fall for that.
Come on, the film's got to take priority.
Right, the more time you spend arguing, the more time you're wasting. Seeing as though it's my call and we've only got 10 minutes left, I'm going to let the lady go.
That is so out of order. You have
to be joking.
Oh, come on. Excuse me, we'll be done in full 1 minute. If you give it let's go.
Thanks. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask why teachers are always going on about being true to yourself, but won't allow you to be an individual. There are so many pathetic rules which no one ever bothers to question. Like, okay, if you're doing gym or cooking, then maybe your hair should be tied back. And the rest of
That's what she's writing scripts about.
Well, I like having my hair tied back. It's neater.
Not hair, but having to conform to other people's ideas. I don't believe in conforming to other people's ideas. There you go. That's why I like what I like.
While they're cooking. If you ask me, half the stuff is made up by teachers because they're jealous of us.
Tanya.
Your hair doesn't affect anyone. It doesn't pollute the planet and it doesn't oppress the poor. It's a personal matter, not a political one.
She your friend?
So let's see how the teachers like it if we get personal with them.
What's
What would
she
they do
doing
if they
there?
didn't pick
She
on
locked
me?
herself
They wouldn't know
in.
what to do
She's gonna
with
get
the time.
closed down. Come out. Tanya,
Every time I turn a corner, a teacher's there just to jump out on me.
Yo.
It's been the same since year 7. They should look at their own hair. Well, for starters, Mr. Fox's probably should be disinfected. And then there's Mr. Malachi. It's obvious he dyes his hair. I mean, he's so vain. The point is, it's one rule for them and another for us. Don't you think it looks like Miss Adams wears a wig?
I don't.
And if she doesn't, she should.
Excuse me.
And as for Mrs. Bassinger, it's obvious that she's got a personal vendetta against me. If you don't want to be a number, then don't act like a sheep. Show your solidarity and let your hair down. If we all do it, then what can they do?
Get about, shut up! Get out! Stop, man! What are you doing?
Keep your hair on. See ya.
This time it had nothing to do with me.
I don't suppose you've written back to Mum, have you?
No. Why have you?
No.
Really?
Really? Why do you sound so surprised?
I don't know. I just thought that you were sort of okay with it.
It's only because I know there's nothing we can do about it, Annie. If I'm honest, I'm probably just as cut up as you are. If only she knew how much you'd screwed our lives up. I'll see you later, yeah?
See ya.
Two lengths freestyle, off you go. You're late.
Only 5 minutes.
Only. It's always only something or other with you, isn't it? Only just isn't good enough. Turn around and go home. What? You heard me! I don't think you've got the right attitude for any team in this school.
No.
You've just proved me right.
I know she's let us down. There's nothing we can do about it.
Tanya.
Miss, I'm sorry, it was a mistake.
On that point, we're both agreed.
If I could just say why I did it.
No, I've heard quite enough from you for one day. You've had an awful lot of leeway in this school and have continued to flaunt it. Well, this afternoon you abused it. You could be solely responsible for the radio station being shut down.
Sorry.
Are you really? Actions have consequences.
Yeah, and I deserve to be in detention.
You actually deserve temporary exclusion. But I'm not going to do that this time.
Thank you.
Instead, I'm going to exclude you from having anything to do with the French exchange trip.
What? You can't do that?
I can.
Oh, please, miss, I'll do anything. I'd rather have the exclusion. French exchange is everything to me. I'll do anything, please. Just one more chance.
You've had all the chances you'll get from me, Tanya. I'll be calling your parents this evening to explain to them why I've had to take this course of action.
Can't wait, can you?
What?
Say I told you so. Come on, say it.
Oh, hello. I'd like to activate my new credit card, please.
If you really think my script's that bad, then you write a placement.
My mum's pregnant, Tan. Really?
Far away from the cold night air.
If you want it to stop, you've got to tell someone.
Johnson!